In the village of Mbali, there lived a girl named Ada. She was 16, tall and graceful, with skin the color of rich earth and eyes that shone like stars. Ada was loved by everyone. She helped her mother with the farming, fetched water from the stream, and cared for the younger children. Her laughter was like music, and wherever she went, joy followed. But one day, something strange happened. Ada's mother, Mama Ada, fell ill. She became weak and couldn't get out of bed. No healer in the village could cure her. Everyone prayed, but Mama Ada grew worse with each passing day. Then, an old woman named Mama Efe came to visit their home. Nana Efe was known in the village for her wisdom and the secrets she kept. Her eyes were sharp, and her voice was like the wind, soft but powerful. She sat by Mama Ada's bed and spoke words that chilled everyone in the room. "This illness is not of the body," Nana Efe said. "It is a curse passed from mother to daughter." Mama Ada gasped. "What curse?" she asked, her voice weak. Nana Efe turned to Ada. "When you were born, a spirit of the forest came to your mother in a dream. It said that you, Ada, must give birth before your 17th birthday or you will die. If you don't fulfill the spirit's demand, your mother's illness will take her life, and soon after, it will take yours." Ada's heart pounded in her chest. She couldn't believe what she was hearing. "But I'm not even married," she cried. "How can I have a child?" Nana Ife shook her head. "The spirit does not care about marriage. It only cares about the life it demands." Ada felt as if the ground beneath her feet had vanished. She was a virgin, pure and innocent. She had never even thought about marriage, let alone having a child. Yet now, her life and her mother's depended on something she couldn't understand. Days passed and Mama Ada grew weaker. Ada spent every moment by her mother's side, tears constantly in her eyes. The village was quiet, everyone afraid of what was happening. How could Ada have a child so soon? What would happen if she didn't? One evening, Nana Efe returned. She looked at Ada with sad eyes. "The time is running out. You must go to the mountain where the spirits live. There you will find your answer." Ada felt a cold chill down her spine. The mountain was feared by all. It was said to be a place where spirits roamed, where people heard voices in the wind and saw things that could not be explained. But she knew she had no choice. If there was even the smallest chance to save her mother, she would take it. Early in the morning the next day, Ada set off for the mountain. The path was steep, and the air grew colder as she climbed. Her heart raced with fear, but she kept going. She had to be brave, even though she was terrified. By the time she reached the top of the mountain, the sun was setting. The sky was painted in shades of red and orange, and a strong wind howled through the trees. At the peak, Ada saw a tall, thin figure standing by a large tree. The figure was wrapped in a cloak made of leaves, and its face was hidden in shadow. The figure spoke, its voice like the rustling of leaves. "Ada of Mbali, you have come to see me." Ada swallowed hard. "I have come to ask you to spare my life and my mother's life. I cannot have a child. Please, spirit, show mercy." The figure's eyes glowed from the shadows. "The time for mercy is over. You were promised to me at birth. If you did not give life, I will take life. Your mother's death will be the first." Tears filled Ada's eyes. "But how can I give life? I don't know how." The spirit pointed to the tree behind. "There is another way," it said. "Touch the tree and you will bear a child, but your life will not be the same. You will be a mother, but you will not live to see your child grow." Ada's heart broke in that moment. She knew what the spirit meant. If she touched the tree, she would give birth, but she would die shortly after. Her mother would live, but Ada would never know the joy of raising her own child. For a long time, she stood there, torn between saving her own life and saving her mother. The wind whipped through her hair and the sky darkened. Finally, with tears streaming down her face, Ada reached out and touched the tree. As soon as her hand touched the bark, a strange warmth filled her body. She felt something has changed, as though a new life was growing within her. The spirit smiled and vanished into the wind. Ada returned to the village, her body weak, but her heart heavy. Her mother, Mama Ada, grew strong again, her illness disappearing like a mist in the morning sun. But Ada knew her time was short. Within days, her belly swelled, and the village whispered in fear. Months passed, and soon, Ada went into labor. The pain was nothing like she had ever felt before, but she held on. After many long hours, she gave birth to a baby boy, a beautiful child with eyes as bright as hers. Ada held her son for only a moment, feeling his warmth against her chest. But as she looked into his tiny face, her breath slowed, her vision faded. The price had been paid. Her mother lived, but her son was born. But Ada's journey had to come to an end.